everybody. Another day. We are back at it. As you can see, I turned all the oil into diesel ultra barrel. So, goal is in this episode is to get this thing on. For one, let's see what we got with prices here. What we got to come up with. 10 grand. 10 grand. Oh, by the way, I was moving things around and realized that this production machine, if you're not going to do production for the store, you're just going to concentrate on fuel like I am, you can get 2 grand for it. So I really could have bought this and started producing that just a little bit earlier. But I did take the 2 grand and I went in here and I upgraded a couple more negotiations. So with any kind of luck, maybe we can get into the 12, 13 dollar range. So, being that said, let's head to gas station 1 and see what we're working with. Definitely not taking anything less than 10. Down here. Nothing less than 10. Whew, boy, this would be good if we could get us a good price. Oh, would you look at that? Let's come on. Are you kidding me, brother? Yes, look at that. We got 11. Man, I will take that all day long. And 110. Boy, we are off to a good start, folks. A real good start. So I was reviewing the tankers, and we are going to have to, we might have to haul barrels for a while. Unless we can get up into 15 and above dollar range. Because ultra fuel tanker is 20K, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh no. 12K. Oh, this one it was 20. So, first thing though, we need a truck. And this. So that's $6,500. And at $1,250, so we would still need a little under 20K plus the 600 for the 1 hour on the level 3 over there. Oh, and this thing was 10K. So, yeah, if we could get 30K out of all of this, which we're not even going to be nowhere close. But that's pretty much what we're shooting for. To be able to really get things rocking and rolling here. By the way, it probably took me off camera about 30 minutes to convert all the barrels of oil over to diesel ultra. There it is. Contract fulfilled. Now we can just get the rest of these over with. That would be awesome. Oh. Light pole there. Like rolling the dice with these 5 brothers. 90, huh? What are we looking at? See, come on. Man. Well, it's 10. And it is 90. But we're gonna take it. Only gonna get better. Let's see what Ford got in store. Oh, boy, I'm about to hit that pole. Blinded by the sun, I couldn't see. Oh! Dang! Thanks, brother. Just ramming right up my ass. I don't know why I keep getting these gas stations confused. The last one was 3. This is 5. Alright. 80, huh? What do you got here, buddy? Oh, we might be able to get a really good price if he takes it. Yes, look at that, 11. Take it, brother. All day long. So far, every one of them got to be over 10. 2 more to try. See where we get. What do we got? 80. Ooh, I don't know, man. I mean, if... Oh, no, we gotta go back one. If he bites, alright. Good enough for me. So far, like it might be a good day when it's already over, but we'll make all these deliveries. Ooh, 110, come on, my man. Ooh, he said, forget it, buddy. Come on, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. Every one of them. This is a good round. Very good start. And another thing I like about doing fuel versus the store is that the store is only open 7 to 6 every day. With fuel, it don't matter. It resets every time you switch a day. Oh, we already took care of him, right? Yeah. So, like right now, the day is ended, but yet I can still make all my deliveries before I have to switch to the next day to this price. So, unlike the store that has to rely on switching days, fuel, you don't have to worry about that. It's something you could produce and work with anytime. And I'm not really here to say that you couldn't, micromanage your time better and do both and be, more successful, because definitely once you get into higher levels and you start being able to upgrade the store and restock and all that, and do the fuel, you're of course gonna make a lot more money. But I think as a solo player, start from the beginning, that you got a lot more relaxed, a lot more leeway doing fuel, and you can make a lot of money doing fuel alone. So that's just my opinion. My test theory is to prove that you can do solely fuel and make millions without the store. And once you get on higher up in the level, like I was explaining in the first video, and you get the global trade going, I mean, the sky's the limit. And like, the max storage is 35,000 liters. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's on the tankers and the underground storage. I think that's on both of them. So once you get the oil fields 5 and 6 up in operation, and you're running 8 of the advanced oil driller, I mean, you really start producing a lot of oil. And like I said, the only really downfall to me is that you can't produce but one. You know what? I think I missed my one back there on 5. But is that you can only hook the oil hose up to one refinery. I wish they had some kind of like coupler or something. This one back here at 5, that one's short. But then, you know, like you have to, sometimes you're just stuck in a situation where you're waiting. Waiting for your storage or your tankers. Well, I guess I did get it. Fill up. Get some more. And then once you start, same situation. Once you get far enough ahead where you're getting your good income in, and then you start going to the next one. You start doing like diesel, octane, and then gas. But you still only got one hose from the oil from here. Unless you, I mean, I guess you could probably like park, buy a bunch of oil tankers and just like fill them all and park them in front of each one of these, and then just directly pump from the tanker into here, and then that into each one. But I mean, I didn't do none of that. I had 2 tankers because I would fill one tanker up and hook it up to here, and then and then I'd have this going to whichever one of these, which will be starting off with this down here, and then pumping from there into the tanker. And then I would take the other one, go back out to the oil field and fill it. And by the time I got done filling that one and got back, the other one would be empty. And then it's just kind of like a rinse and repeat situation. Because once you get enough money to where you own 5 and 6, which I'm pretty sure like 6 was $180,000 purchases. I can't remember what 5 was. Over 100,000. I think I bought 5. I didn't buy 6 yet. But once you own both of them, then it's just basically just, then you get the transfers from the field to the, buy the transfers from the field to the underground storage. It's basically just sitting in the field, and just plopping oil rigs down every time one catches on fire. You just lead it and plop another one down. And then you just, got to make sure that usually you ain't got to worry about, I haven't had an issue where I had to worry about this thing, getting backed up. Because as long as you got this hooked to one of these, basically the way I did it, I was just keeping track. I had all my refineries in here, and then I kept gasoline low. I didn't like max it out in storage, because each truck I've come to notice that when I was doing over 100 barrels in each gas station, which it got to the point where I was only getting 2 or 3 gas stations out of 5 with prices over 15. But anyway, I would never use more than 4,000 liters, even if I went around in all 5 gas stations. So I pretty much, except for the Ultra, the one Ultra I tried to keep more, but all the tankers I kept set at 4,000 liters. And then I kept all the storages. I don't know why I just filled this truck left, but only needed 2, I guess, the next day. But it gets to the point where it's basically rinse and repeat. Oh, what I was saying is I would set all the storage tanks at 10,000. And like I said, the part I don't really like about this is that you don't have where you can hook multiple things up to the oil. So you basically gotta babysit. And I was getting pretty good. Like, I was getting to the point where after I made my rounds, my tankers would still have, anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 liters left. Plus, I got it pretty good to where I was getting, around average of 8,000 in all the storages. And then I bought all, tankers for each one, and I bought separate trucks for each one. And then I got pretty good to where I was keeping all the trucks full, and the storages were, not maxed out to 10 on each one, but they were full enough to where they would fill all the trucks without running out. And like I was saying, that the oil one I maxed out like 35,000 or whatever it is, and then I just kept pumping it in there. I never really ran out of oil. All right, back to this. Oh, there we go. Homie gave me 10. We got 60. Like I might have that right here, big dog. But, the ultimate goal in this series I'm doing is to get the global. Let's fill that all the way, right? Yeah. Get the global trade up and running, because that's where you really start making the money, and then it really starts getting to testing your skills, keeping up with the products, because the global trade gives you contracts of like 2,000 liters of each product, not just one or two, but of each product. And then you basically have a time base to deliver it, and if you deliver it, before time's up, you get a bonus. But I mean, I was making deliveries, doing the trade, and was getting like $95,000 a contract. So, I mean, when you start getting into that kind of contract, I'm talking like you can do these change of days, and every day, maybe almost $100,000 a day at that point. And then once you start making $100,000 a day, then it's, I mean, that's when you become a millionaire. And the only thing that you're really going to have to worry about is making sure there's oil rigs at the oil field. We need 80. What you got? No, yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, no good there. I really don't think that it's going to take that long to get to that point if you just concentrate on fuel only. Now, mind you, I was trying to run the store too, and I had it all the way up to all the way up to, dang, man, that would be nice if we could get like 12 or 13, wouldn't it? Oh, look at that, 14. Too bad it's only 60. Man, why couldn't that be 100? Dang it. Well, I'll take it. But like I'm saying, the only thing you really gotta do yourself is to babysit the oil field and keep the oil coming and babysit switching the hoses around to keep the underground tanks full. And then, what I was doing was I was just, once I fulfill a contract that's global, got my 98,000 or whatever, then I would just concentrate on making sure all my tankers, at that point I had my tankers all up to 10,000. And then I would just fill them all up to 10,000 before I do a global contract. But this was already said. I don't think it's a big one. I didn't think so. We'll take it. And then I would take all my rigs over one by one, and I'd run all the way back to the warehouse, pick up stuff, and then I would get all my rigs back over. Yeah. I would get all my rigs over there before I start the contract. Get them all hooked up to the big tanks there. That's another thing. You can't store the big tanks. Look cool and shit, but you can't store nothing in there. All it does is it just basically lets you hook a hose from your tanker to that, and then it transfers, whatever the amount the contract says. But I get all my tanks over there, get them all hooked up at one time, and then I pick which contract I want to fill, and then I get the bonus for getting it delivered before time. Versus you sign a contract and then you're running around trying to get your tankers all over there. Like say you just took one over there and you delivered it, and then you drove that one back and you picked another one up, and I don't know if you can make the clock or not. I think they only give you like 2 minutes or something. So, and then like I said, you fill all the tanks up with, and we are almost out. Look at that. How much did we get? It's 10 grand. Figure out what we are going to buy. Shall we start with first? So anyway, I was saying I would, if you fill them up to 10 and you got them all there, then you can basically do 2 to 3 contracts in a row. be something good. 8. Come on, dog. Don't do me this way. Man, I hate to walk away from you, brother. But we got this. That would have been sweet, 110. Oh, we already got this field, so, alright. Not too bad, got up to 8,000 in one day. I think we can get some really good prices. Some really good they need. Well, we ain't got too many barrels left, so gonna be close. You only need to get one good contract. We'll be in pretty good shape. So we got to decide. Got one load here. Today we got to decide. Couple of things. I mean, buying a semi-truck and an oil tanker first, and start putting down getting ahead of myself. What do we got here? Ooh, look at that, 120. Man, if you could just give me a good price here, buddy. Why? Oh, I need no matter, I don't have to go, but it's kind of like you really need kind of like a package deal, because start for a barrel over basically 110. I don't got enough to fulfill this whole contract, but we'll see what you give me. 11. Good price, Daddy. Let's go see if we can't get something better. What we got? Like I said, really need. I mean, it's kind of like a package deal. Well, like I say, I mean, I can still start off buying a tanker truck. The oil tanker, but I also need to buy the underground oil. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna do nothing. Which might be free. hose refinery. Which, you know, without the trailer, uh, 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 what do you mean? 7. It might be 3. Let's see what old two's got here. The whole point of this, I need to decide if I'm just going to continue with the barrel to save up some more money to be able to get everything at one time. Oh boy, this might be the one. Ooh, you didn't like that, there it is. There it is. Nice, 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 nice. I have 1 barrel left. I'll run it right back down there to the last one. Because, thinking about it, I mean, I might just, instead of jumping the gun and trying to buy this piece by piece, I might be better off just grinding out the barrels. Oh, look how close it is. Look at this thing. Not gonna quite make it. You know, and just try to concentrate on getting up to 30,000. And buy everything at once. Because you really need underground storage for oil and diesel ultra. Which diesel ultra, everything is the most expensive. It's more expensive for the tanker, it's more expensive for the refinery, it's more expensive for the underground storage. So let's do a calculation real quick, and then I'm going to end this video. So we have 10,000. Oh, okay. So all the underground. This is for top 5,000. All right. So there we go. We got 20,000 in underground storage. The diesel refinery. So that's 24.50. Now we go over here, 24.50. Cheapest semi is $4,000. So that would be 28.50. $28.50. And then oil, so that's 31 even. And 12. That's 40. Alright. 42. 43. 50. $43.50. And like I I mean, you can't take oil out of here and make barrels. It's just two different systems. You either do barrels or you do hoses. So, being that said, I'm thinking I might just grind off camera with the barrels. You know the process. I showed you the whole step by step how we did it. I might just go ahead and invest in another one of these. And speed up the process. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this set up right here next to this big one. Okay, there we go. We got 7,000. But I am going to end the video right here, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.